disordered eating can lead to REDS, which I know you've discussed a lot about on your podcast before, which is fantastic. So like I said at the beginning, sometimes disordered eating can lead an athlete to not consume enough calories, in which case they can develop REDS. But I think another important point to consider is that it's bidirectional. So somebody who develops REDS or who doesn't consume enough calories, this can spiral into an eating disorder. So for instance, maybe somebody unintentionally doesn't eat enough calories and they develop REDS and they lose weight, but then these behaviors are being reinforced by those around them. This can then develop into an eating disorder. So an example could be, let's say an athlete gets sick and unintentionally loses some weight. And then their coaches start to mention, oh, they look really good. You look really good. You've lost weight. And maybe they notice an initial performance enhancement, even though that didn't occur intentionally, the weight loss and the inadequate energy intake. The positive reinforcement can then reinforce those behaviors, and it can cause that athlete to develop an eating disorder. So even though disordered eating can lead to REDS, we also know that not eating enough calories can also lead to disordered eating, and they can go back and forth and really work together. There is no universal way to diagnose or identify athletes with REDS. So it's really looking for those symptoms of low energy availability. So in females, it can be loss of periods or irregular periods. So menstrual dysfunction. In males, it can lead to low testosterone levels. So it may lead to things like low sex drive. You also see things like an increased risk of injury and illness. So an athlete that continues to get injured, maybe they get bone stress injuries. This could be a risk factor as well for it. And it could even be more subtle things like all of a sudden they're more irritable. They find that they're not responding as well to training anymore. They're not recovering as well. This too could point to not enough calorie intake. So those would be kind of the big things. And then also you could tell from some blood markers as well. So things like low thyroid levels could be a sign of inadequate energy intake as well. And there's newer research to suggest that low ferritin levels as well could be a warning sign of low energy availability. Hi, everybody. My name is Megan Kuikman. I'm a registered dietitian and a sports nutrition researcher, and you're listening to the Physical Performance Show, and we're talking about disordered eating and relative energy deficiency in sport.